Taking a road trip today, probably one of our last ones here in Charlottetown. We're just leaving the community of Charlottetown, and our destination today is Cartwright, 200 kilometers or 201 kilometers from here. So we got 29 kilometers of gravel road, and then we got another 75 on the other end. Anyway, looking forward to a nice afternoon drive, and just looking forward to see some sights and sounds of that part of the big land. Tune in later. We just turned off the gravel road, the Charlottetown Access Road, and now we're headed to Cartwright on the pavement. So probably got about 100 kilometers of pavement and then about 75 kilometers of gravel road down to Cartwright. So it's a beautiful day. It's about 12:30 p.m. Temperature is 22 degrees, a little bit breezy, but enough to keep the bugs off. But anyway, looking forward to this new trip once we turn off on the Cartwright Access Road. Just came on the gravel road and some sights and sounds. A lot of rivers here, salmon rivers mainly, as you head down. One of the communities we come to is Paradise River, which is also another place to stop and salmon fish. When we get into the community of Cartwright, not a lot of things to see. We pass by a store and pick up a couple of items for our trip, and then this is one of two stores that are here in the community. And then further down we come across the school, the Henry Gordon School, and this is a K-12 school that houses, I'm thinking, over 50 students, but not totally sure of how many. Also a community hall here where activities take place, and not sure what church owns it, but it's a gathering place for some of the people groups here. Took some pictures of some houses, and that here's one that's across the bay. Use my zoom lens. But what I was most impressed with was some of the boats that I encountered on our trip, and these are from a time past, most of them, and if you could only see the number of fish and that they caught over the years. Some of them are not in service any longer now, but here you see some gulls just waiting and taking a break in the wind. But most of the activity was going on down at the local fish plant, and there was crab boats that have been unloaded here, but also crab would come from many of the communities. And these seagulls here, as you see, would be looking for a free meal, I guess, and the air was full of the sounds of these seagulls, and that as they play in the wind overhead. But overall, it's a one community town, I would think. Primary industry is fishing, and the boats here have different quotas to fill throughout the years. Boats here, as you can realize, are a way of life, and there are many shapes and sizes of them. As we made our way back to Charlottetown over the gravel road, what I noticed when we were up on top is a number of the ponds still had ice and snow in and around them. And again, we encountered more salmon rivers that I didn't take a picture of on the way down. But these were very full with the melt from the winter that had just passed, and some of them would be opening in a few short days on June the 15th for salmon angling here on the Labrador. But overall, a good trip, and we made our way back to the pavement and then on to Charlottetown and our home for the next couple of weeks as we wind down this 8-month stay in this beautiful part of God's land and the big land